It is Wednesday, June the 9th, and this is the third day of summer school, which I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not in my classroom. I am in another classroom that a teacher has moved out of, and I am just using that because my classroom is currently getting a new floor. So they're putting in new flooring in my classroom, so here's the thing about people and classrooms. If you don't have a classroom or if you've never had one, you don't realize how it becomes like your second home. And having everything packed up in my classroom is really throwing me off. Like, I forgot to bring push pins, so I had to go borrow push pins to put those papers on that bulletin board. Of course, this classroom was already taken down, so it is absolutely bare. And I don't have the lights. I don't have my little twinkle lights. I don't have my floor lamp lights. They all got put away. So I'm having to turn off most of the lights in this classroom, which is a little bit of a problem because there's not any extra. Anyway, I stopped the camera because there's this is the main hall, and there were a lot of people talking outside, and I was kind of wondering if they were coming in. So they didn't, but now it might be a little bit louder. I know it's definitely echoey because there's nothing in this room. It might be a little bit louder because I turned on my computer, which had to update, and I also turned on the filter. Well, not filter. Yeah, air filter. Let's see if I can. Yeah, over there. See that blue thing? So we have an air filter in all the classrooms. And there, I keep it on the lowest setting because otherwise it's really, 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 really loud. Right now, what I am doing is I need to make a slide presentation with timers. So what I'm doing with summer school, I'll walk you over and show you my schedule. So with summer school, we only have until 11:30. It's 8:30 till 11:30, so pretty short. So I am trying to maximize my time by doing a lot of stations and a lot of group work. So here we go. So I know it's super basic, but here we go. Monday, Wednesday, Friday for reading, I have 4 sessions, and I have 5 stations, including me. So the teacher and I will stay with my group popsicles for 2 stations, which is basically half an hour, and then my lemonade for 2 sessions, half an hour. Everybody else rotates every 15 minutes. So station 1, and then station 2, station 3, station 4. The stations are going to be pretty, they're on computer right now because I did not have access to any of my materials because, in a different classroom. So station 1 is EdPuzzle. Station 2 is Amplify Math, which we are piloting right now. Not Amplify Math, Amplify Reading, sorry. Station 3 is, I believe, Raz Kids, Reading A to Z. And then station 4 is read aloud, record yourself reading aloud on Flipgrid. So you can see kind of how I work it to make sure nobody repeats stations except for the ones that are with me. And I have a similar thing for math. So again, I'm meeting with groups, watermelon and sherbet for the math time, and then they have stations for math time. Sorry if it's very dark. I don't know how to make the light better. Station 1 is, again, EdPuzzle. I love EdPuzzle. If you've not used EdPuzzle, I really like it because it gives you the chance to pick lessons and give them questions that go with it. You can either do multiple choice or open-ended. If you do multiple choice, it grades it for you. Station 2 is Prodigy Math. Station 3 is XtraMath. And Station 4, I gave them task cards, and they recorded themselves on Flipgrid doing task cards. So that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Tuesday and Thursday, I just make sure that I have the ones that I didn't get to on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm doing those groups. And I know that means that a couple groups get like a little bit more, I'm going to have to switch it up every week as to which groups are getting that extra session with me. Same thing with Thursday. Super simple. So super basic, kind of like this classroom. Okay, you can see this little jar of pencils over my shoulder. I had to get that out of the teacher's lounge. I had absolutely nothing to carry pencils in. Thankfully, somebody had put it in the teacher's lounge. It's not my style, but otherwise they were going to be in plastic cups. So yesterday, what we did for the sessions was I just turned on the dojo timer, class dojo timer, and that worked fine, but I'm going to see if I can set up some cute timers on a slideshow, because I was getting not distracted, but I was getting confused on which session we were on. So I'm going to do that real quick. Good morning again. Yeah, so I kind of left off yesterday pretty abruptly because we started school, and yeah. So anyway, today is Thursday, June 10th. And we are starting a new day of summer school. So I got in here probably around 8 o'clock. It's 8:10 now, or close to. And I don't have a whole lot to do to prepare. I was going to do stuff on my computer, and then I realized that I didn't bring my computer cords, so my computer was battery dead. So I'll have to do that when I get home, because I do need to work on setting up some stations for next week. I do have that frog in my throat again. I've got my coffee, and I've got a bang, trying to do a little bit of dirty fasting, I guess. So going on from here, today we're going to continue. The way I've been doing summer school, because it's very short, is for the most part, you're on top of the cabinet. For the most part, I've been doing stations, and they rotate through to me. So I see 2 groups for reading every day, and I see 2 groups for math every day, and I just rotate that. So it's been working pretty well. So I've been doing a close reading passage with my reading group. We are working on 4th grade standard RI01, which is text, evidence, and inferences. So the first read of our text, which we got a little bit of a late start on, but the first read of our text is this. I printed it out from Reading A to Z. It's called A Salty Problem, and we've just done our first read. As you can see, we've got a lot of annotation for word meaning. We've just been reading it and working through what the words mean so that we can understand the text. I have some questions that I was able to print off from Reading A to Z. So the nice thing about Reading A to Z is that it'll do these passages, and it'll give you the questions for each different read. So for instance, for the first read, we're just asking 3 questions. Why is it hard for some people to get fresh water? You can find that answer in the text. What is desalination? Again, found in the text. What are 2 methods of desalination? Found in the text. The second read, which I hope we get to this week. Like I said, we got slow start. Monday we weren't able to do any real reading of this, and then yesterday and Tuesday I saw my groups and did this, so it's going to be a little bit of a squeeze to get everything in, but I'm going to work on it. At least, I mean, the more you expose them to reading, the better, and the stations are working them through word work, are working them through different, like for instance, one of their stations is the Reading A to Z reading room, where they have access to a whole bunch of books in their level that will be either read to them or they can read and answer questions about. So you know, you do what you can in the little bit of time. So that's reading, and I'm going to see two of my groups that I've already gone through most of this passage with today. And then, sorry if it's noisy. And then for math, we're working on the standard NBT A01, A04. Anyway, it's all about place value. So I have been working on, at my table, number of the day for older students. This is a TPT product. And we've been, basically, if for every day, the first group gets to roll the number using dice, and then we work it out on a place value chart. Okay, yeah, you can see it. A place value chart. We decide whether it's odd or even. We write it in expanded form, word form. We do some inequality statements. We do some rounding. So it's actually a really good, we represent it on a number line down here. So it's actually really good, like, not word, but number practice. And we haven't gotten to a whole lot of this, which was our case of the missing math notebook that is all about working out different place value number problems. This is also a TPT product. And I had a whole nother thing of word problems because I didn't think it would take that long to do word of the day. Or not word of the day. I keep wanting to say word. It's number of the day. Number of the day. But it actually takes a while for my students who are not used to it yet. I think they'll go faster as we get going because I do want to keep doing this along with our other standards because I think it's good practice and my students need that number sense a lot. So hopefully we get faster because next week we're going on to multiplication and division and we need to have that down for going fast through it. Yeah, I can see how this is going to be a really fast. How many weeks? It goes until July, so it's 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Goes until July 2nd. Goes 4 weeks. I think it's going to go fast because we got a lot to do. Oh, the last thing. This is not my favorite part, but the last thing that I have is we were told as part of our program, and I don't see them now. I know I printed them, so I know they're there, but we have to give weekly assessments on the standards that we teach. So I have those. They're just 5 questions that I usually grade them with the students so that they can see what they did. They're standards based. So it's a quick assessment and I'm not thrilled that I have to give them up during summer school, but you know, you do what you got to do. And that's pretty much it as far as what we're doing. I am liking the stations. They're working pretty well. Most of my students are able to work independently for their stations. They're on the computer because I don't have all of my usual materials and I don't want to spend like all of my free time cutting out and laminating stuff. So they are on the computer. I might see as I go on whether or not I can change that a little bit, but for right now it's working, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Anyway, okay, it is now, I've been yapping at you for 5 minutes. It is now 8:15, almost 8:16. The students are coming in about, honestly, they're coming in about 5 minutes. But they're supposed to wait until 8:30, but they're probably going to be here by 8:20 because most parents drop them off around that time. So I'm going to go around. I'm just going to kind of like do a little planning. I have my planner here. I've got, the way I've got it set up right now is I have 2 planners together. I have this is my work planner, and it's just the dashboard layout. And, well, plus I have this folder here that has some papers that I use. Dashboard layout, I don't have a whole lot on it right now because I've gotten most of my stuff done. I did it last week. And then I have my regular like home planner, which is the vertical layout. Still liking my planner, still having fun with it. If you like planners, just FYI, at this moment, Dollar Tree is selling some Happy Planner stickers for $1, like the sticker books. They're the old ones, like the old watercolor one, and the old seasonal one, but I was able to get a few for $1, so that's what these stickers are for this week. They're from the watercolor planner, or planner stickers book, and some detailed florals. Anyway, you didn't come for planning stuff, but I like those. All right, I'm going to stop talking right now. Hopefully, I will check in with you after summer school. If not, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. So, I actually did remember to pop on and update about day 4 of summer school. So it's still Thursday, the 10th. Anyway, just finished summer school, I guess about half an hour ago. We had a really good day. I had about 8 students in class because we have a summer camp that is also on campus, and they went to Funtastics today. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's some kind of water park. Anyway, so the students who are also in summer camp have to go on the field trips because otherwise there's nobody to watch them after the field trip. So they went, and I also had a student out sick. So I ended up with 8 students today, which makes for very, very small groups, but it worked out okay. It was fine. I would say that we were a little lower energy today, but still fine. The one problem I'm having is that since I'm not meeting with all of my groups, I'm going to have some students who are not meeting with me to finish up their reading this week. So I might need to redo some of the grouping, but I hate the idea of doing a 15-minute group meeting, small group meeting, because that's just really, really slow, or I mean not slow, really, really fast, especially if you're going to read and talk about and have things going on. So I know some people can do that. I know some people who can just snap them out, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. On a side note, every day since Monday, we have almost been late to dismissal because I have timers, so they should lock us into the right dismissal time, but because we get started a little late, maybe one thing goes a minute or 2 longer, and they're just slightly off. So I need to have like a master timer that goes off at the right time no matter what. And so that's probably my next thing to do. Tomorrow, well, we're going to do a test. We're going to do a math test, which is going to be not so fun. But other than that, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. And I need to go and look at the different stations, like my version, to see how they're doing on it and see how they're progressing tonight or now. I would do it now, except my computer, the one that is like my computer and has all the passwords saved, so I don't have to remember them, because I don't remember them, it needs a battery cord, or it needs a charging cord. So I'm going to have to do that at home. And I think I'm going to head out. I think I'm going to leave. This is 12 o'clock. I can leave and have the rest of my day, which is really thrilling. So I will see you tomorrow, Friday. Good morning. So it is Friday, It is the 11th of June, and this is our last day, full day, of our first week of summer school. So today is going to be interesting. I'm actually trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to work it because we have to give a formative test. Sorry, it's right up next to you guys. So I can't really, let's see. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say anything, but basically we have to give a math test every week over the standard we've been working on, which I don't think that I got as much in as I was hoping to. It's just a really short amount of time, and I wasn't able to see all the groups that I wanted. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, since this is review, they'll have had enough practice at their other stations and everything. But I have to give that today, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use, I have like a 15-ish minute block before we start any rotations that I usually use for writing. And I hate disrupting that routine, but at the same time, I'm not sure how else I'm going to fit in this math test. Other than that, the day is going to go pretty much the same. I did get some little treats because, yeah, click the button, turned it off. Okay, so anyway, I got some treats from the 99-cent store. So these are just like little chocolate sandwich cookies with marshmallow, and then I got some of these just because I decided I wanted to be fun and reward anyone who came to the Friday. So we'll see if that works. I mean, it's not, when I say works, it's not like a bribe. They don't know that I'm going to do it. I just thought it'd be fun because they've been such a good group to this week. Oh, don't fall. All right, so what I really need to do right now, I probably don't have enough time. I have about 10 minutes, really like 5 minutes. I would like to start putting together the EdPuzzle links that I'll need for next week. Because I've got most everything for next week. I just really need to do that, and then I should be good to go. So I probably won't talk to you till after summer school, but see you then. Okay, so finished up the first week of summer school. It was a pretty good week. Today was a little bit, I don't know how to put it. I had to redirect them a few more times than I have had to previously throughout this week. But it was Friday. We had to take a test, which nobody was happy about, least of all them. So we did that. I actually gave them a little treat. I gave them some cookies as their testing thing. And we did okay. On parts of the test. We did pretty okay. We were working on place value all week, and we did really well on the parts of the test that had to do with reading and writing the number, like using the word form, the expanded form. We did really well on those. We did pretty well on rounding because we worked on that a bit this week. The one place that we had trouble with, and it always gives us trouble, is the NBT A01, which is basically you have to be able to explain why the place to the right is 10 times less than the place to the left, or vice versa. You have to be able to explain why value goes up as you go left or further up on a place value, and why value goes down by 10 as you go to the right on a place value chart. So it's kind of a weirdly complicated, it's not that complicated, but it gets very wordy, and so they always have trouble with that one. So it was not great, that part of the test, but the other parts were pretty good. We don't have to give a reading test. We'll have to give it at the very end of summer school, so yay, because I didn't want to give a reading test. I do need to do a little bit more, make myself a little bit more concise in my reading, because we only got to like a couple questions in our small groups on the passage that we were close reading. So I need to move it along and put more stuff together. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. I know I say anyway like constantly. I was listening back to myself, and yeah, I say it constantly. I don't know how to stop that. It's a habit at this point. I will try. I really want to say. So anyway. Right now, what I am doing is I am finishing my stations for next week. I put in, because we had to track our formative results, so I put those into the tracking sheet. Now I'm getting my station EdPuzzles set up. And I think then I'm going to go home. I'm looking forward to going home. I need to do some cleaning, and then I get to read. So I'm going to go home. If I don't come back on again, this is the sign off, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.